Greetings, friends. It's Denise again with Denise's Dancing Paintbrush and a new collage. This last week I started a collage of a pet portrait. I was given several photographs, including this one and this one, of the dog that wanted to work. So I lightened up the first one and decided to use it. It had a better feel, a better pose. She liked to sit and sun herself. And she has a very interesting posture, leaning against the wall like that. So I drew a grid on my paper in order to get all the proportions just so, and then drew in the outline of the dog. The thing about working with a dark colored dog like this is that I'm going to have to use many colors in order to make her stand out, in order to make it work. I can't use just black or gray because nothing is just one color in nature. The fur that's reflecting the sunlight will have lots of white and blue in it. I decided to go with cool lights and warm shadows. So the shadows I'm going to put in a little bit of orange and brown. Naturally, my sketch needs to reflect where the shadows are, and then I can begin putting in my background. And I'm just going with a very pale background so that the dog herself really stands out. On this particular pet portrait I am doing for a dear friend who just lost this dog to cancer, and in the grieving process, I decided I wanted to gift him a memorial for his beloved doggie. So I'm going to lay in all of the background pieces, and you can see this is a very, very large portrait, and so this is going to take some time. It's going to take more than 1 week. Which is okay with me if it's okay with you. I'm not going to rush it. On the wall that she's leaning on, I'm going to use slightly darker colors. Still, they're going to be very pale. This part does take a little time. Finding all the right colors that I want to use and then tearing them and laying them in. Going around the perimeter of my sketch and keeping in mind where the sunlight is and where the shadows are going to fall. So far, it's been a very hot week. And our PG&E, of course, bill has climbed, naturally. But we usually keep the house pretty warm, uncomfortably warm most of the time, so that our bill won't be so outrageous we can't afford it. It means this studio room is going to be so hot that I won't work in it as often as I like. It'll usually be just during the morning hours when it's cooler. So you can see I've got the wall that she's leaning on a little bit darker. And then I've got to lay in her shadows against the wall and underneath her. She has a funny stance. She liked to apparently lean on things when she was relaxing. I don't know if you can tell, but in the shadows, I'm putting on several kinds of textures. There's the texture from a giraffe. There is a little girl dancing ballet. You'd have to look very hard, but you can see her face if you look for it. And her arms and her tutu. And a interesting rock formation. It's places like shadows where you can put in things you wouldn't normally be able to use in a collage. Now I'm adding a few words here and there because I can. And this is just about as far as I've gotten this week. So I'll see you all next week. Thanks so much for watching all the way to the end. Do check out my Patreon page because people there support me to do this kind of thing and videotape it. Bye everyone. I'll see you next time.